Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Catechism for Kids. Back with me again, Joseph, your host. Today, I'm going to teach you the fifth luminous mystery of the Rosary. It is the institution of the Eucharist. So, let's get comfy and learn about the institution of the Eucharist. The fifth luminous mystery, the institution of the Eucharist, recalls when Jesus, at the Last Supper, transformed bread and wine into his body and blood, establishing the sacrament of the Eucharist for Catholics. He told his disciples, "Take and eat. This is my body, and drink from it, all of you. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins." Matthew chapter 26, verses 26 to 28, inviting them to do this in remembrance of him. This act of giving his body and blood as food is seen as a sign of his self-sacrificing love and desire for us to be united with him. And the fruit of the fifth luminous mystery is adoration. Okay, so the fifth luminous mystery of the Rosary happened at the Last Supper. During the Last Supper, Jesus was eating with his 12 disciples, and it was during this meal that he gave us the greatest gift of all, the Eucharist. Before we dive into the mystery itself, though, let's remember the disciples. Can you name all 12? Peter, James, son of Zebedee, John, Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, also known as Jude, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who would betray Jesus. Now remember, these men were Jesus' best friends, had been with him through thick and thin, and they would be the ones who spread the good news of Jesus throughout the entire world after he ascended into heaven. So what exactly was the institution of the Eucharist? Well, you might remember from last episode that during the Passover meal, there was bread and wine. And during the meal, Jesus took the bread, gave thanks or said a prayer over it, and then broke it and gave it to the disciples. This was the first miracle of the Eucharist. He changed the bread into his very own body. Then Jesus took the cup of wine, gave thanks or said a prayer over it, and gave it to the disciples. This was the second miracle of the Eucharist, changed the wine into his very own blood. So why did Jesus give us the Eucharist? Why did he change his body and blood into bread and wine? Well, remember at that time, the Jewish people celebrated Passover every year. And during Passover, they remembered how God saved them from slavery in Egypt by placing a lamb's blood above their door, which passed over or spared them from death. By doing this, Jesus showed us that he is the new Passover lamb, who takes away the sins of the world by shedding his blood. Therefore, the Eucharist is the greatest gift of Jesus' love for us. It is the greatest gift because he gives us himself. Now, what does this mean? When Jesus says, "This is my body," he means that it is really his body. He is not just using words. He is really giving his body. And when Jesus says, "This is my blood," he really means that it is his blood. This is the real presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. In the Last Supper, Jesus gave a new meaning of the Passover. Jesus and his apostles were celebrating the Jewish feast of Passover, which remembered how God freed his people from slavery in Egypt. At the Last Supper, Jesus gave the Passover meal a new and deeper meaning. Jesus also said, "Do this in memory of me." In doing this, Jesus commanded his apostles to continue celebrating this special meal to remember his sacrifice. And what does this mean for us? Well, the next time you receive Jesus in the Eucharist, remember that Jesus is giving you his very own body and blood. The Eucharist is not a symbol, it is Jesus himself, his body, blood, soul, and divinity. This is called the real presence of Jesus in the Eucharist. The Eucharist shows God's self-sacrificing love and his desire to be united with us. The Eucharist also invites us to a deep, personal relationship with Jesus. The change from bread and wine into Jesus is a miracle that happens during Mass. The priest says the same words Jesus said at the Last Supper, and by the power of the Holy Spirit, the change takes place. Even though the bread and wine still look and taste the same, the host is consecrated. Just as food gives our bodies strength, the Eucharist is food for our souls. When we receive it, it brings us closer to Jesus and helps us grow in love. He is giving you the strength to be a great hero of faith. He is giving you the forgiveness to become holy like him. And he is giving you his love to share with others. This mystery also inspires us to participate fully in the Eucharist. and live as witnesses to Jesus' real presence in the world. When praying the fifth luminous mystery, we remember this special meal and the incredible gift Jesus gave to his church. You can think about what it must have been like to be in that room and witness Jesus give his disciples this final, loving gift of himself well. That's all the time we have for today's lesson, but don't worry. You can always review these mysteries with your family during the day. If you want to learn more about the Catholic faith, make sure to subscribe. Also, be sure to check out our other videos in the channel. See you next time, and God bless you all.